Internet, my name is Hazel from Hazelnuttygames, and welcome to almost Saturday's vlog time. I cannot believe it's almost Saturday already. This week has been the fastest week ever. You will recall last week, I was not in the Warlords Alpha, and I was kind of sad about it, and I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I actually got the email that told me I was, in fact, now in the Warlords Alpha. I made a sound that nobody should ever have to hear, and I'm just so excited. So I spent pretty much most of my week playing through it, trying out different classes, taking a look at the changes, and trying to round it all up. And it's nuts. It's so different. They seem to rebuild, like, classes from the ground up every single expansion, or at least all the ones that I've lived through. And this one is certainly no different. I have been working my little teeny fingers off trying to round up all the info to do more guides. I did an Elemental Shaman overview, taking a look at the patch notes and the changes and how they appeared in the alpha. You can check that out on my channel, but as of today, it's officially outdated. We've had new patch notes and they have changed everything. So if you want to look at the archaic view of the overview, it's up there. But it's going to be pretty much a constant effort to try and keep up-to-date overviews out for as many classes and specs as I can to give you guys as much insight as possible into what's going on in the alpha, where your favorite class is going to end up, and kind of the process that it took to get them there. I think all that's really interesting, and I can't wait to bring you as much of that as possible. It's a lot of work, but I've had great feedback on it, and I'm interested too, and it's also a good way for me to really get my hands on the changes and really understand what's going on, because I hate that feeling when you get into an expansion and you're just blindsided by all of the changes and you feel kind of lost. I hate that. So we're keeping up this time. I think that a lot of people have mentioned that I'm not really a heroic raider on any class, so I'm not as qualified to round up all the changes, but I would disagree. I'm basically a raging alcoholic, so I have a lot of experience of jumping from class to class and trying to figure out how they work as quickly as possible, which is a skill that we're going to need for figuring out how these things work now, because a lot of them are very different. Balanced druids in particular are just breaking my brain right now. I'll go over it more in the video when I get there, but guys, you know the lunar solar mechanic? You've got like a little bar, there's a sun on one side, there's a moon on the other side. You travel between the two based on what spells you're casting. When you get in combat right now, it moves by itself. It just bounces back like a little ping pong ball, and you just have to figure out what buttons you're supposed to be pressing based on what it's doing and not what you're doing. So that has actually broken my brain for now, but I will sort it out and I will round it up for you guys as soon as I can wrap my head around what the rotation is supposed to be, because right now... what else? Part of the process of getting different guides out for different classes in the Warlords Alpha, part of that process involves playing those classes in the alpha, doing all the available content in as many specs as possible, and I want to stream as much of that process as possible. I can't promise every stream will be like a non-stop laugh fest, but I would really love to get some discussion going in the chat. From people that are maybe more familiar with the class than me, people that have a lot of experience and what they think about the changes, suggestions for different ways I can try rotations out, and I think that will be a grand old time. I want to do that as much as possible. If you would like updates on when I'm streaming, you can follow me on Twitter or Facebook and they'll appear in your feed. I post whenever I'm streaming, and if I ever have the forethought to like schedule a stream, then I'll put a time up, but that hasn't happened yet. So to round up that segment, I'm generally super excited for Warlords of Draenor. It's very different, and I don't want to make it sound like it's going to be bad different. It's just going to be very different, and change is very hard for people, especially when you've been playing a game for a long time. I'm really stoked for what doing videos like this in the Warlords Alpha could mean for us and our little channel, because it's something that has just a bigger audience, and I'm stoked about that. And just, like, generally excited. I've never been part of a alpha really before. I've been in betas and whatnot, but never something this early in the development cycle of a game. And as you can tell when you're playing it, it is pretty early in the development cycle. I wouldn't hold your breath for an imminent Warlords release, because there's some work to be done. But I'm just so happy. Oh yeah, speaking of Warlords, new alpha notes today. I haven't really had a chance to read completely through them. Most of the updates have been in class changes and ability pruning from what I can see, and they have gone like big axe abilities and just like smashed it to little bits. They have pruned abilities hardcore. There's a lot that was in there and was even in the last alpha build that is just like taken right out. I only read over the shaman ones because that's where I've been playing so far, and I can see like there's like just things like water shield is just gone. I know there was a lot more, but I was really focused on that because that might break me playing a They're so pretty. I love Water Shield. You can't take it away from me. I'm sorry. Anyways, new alpha patch notes. I'm going to go through all those. I'm going to get some new info up on the channel as soon as I can, which will probably be over the weekend. Late, worst case scenario, early next week, I will have a couple more roundups for you. So super stoked about that. That's been most of my week. I also finished Dark Souls 2. I was pretty close to the end, and I just sat down, powered through most of it, got stuck in a boss, and then sat down and did it again. Overall thoughts on Dark Souls 2, and I've finished it. Now that I've finished it, different game from Dark Souls 1. And I couldn't really pick a favorite. There's a lot of differences, a lot of changes from Dark Souls between 2 and 1, and I really like some of them, and I really dislike others, and I think it rounds out to be a really good game. I highly recommend it, and I'm just addicted for life now to the Souls games. I feel like I will always have one playthrough or another in one of the Souls games for as long as they exist, and my computer will run them. I haven't played Demon Souls because I'm a PC Master Race person, but we're starting to see some trailers for the next Souls game. It's from the creator, it's from FromSoft. The guy that was behind Demon Souls is masterminding this one, Miyazaki, so it's called Bloodborne. It looks like it might actually be too scary for me. If you watch some of the trailers from E3, it looks kind of like a horror game, but regardless, I'm stoked. It's PS4 exclusive, so I guess I'm getting a PS4. That is a system seller for me. And it's really funny because my husband, as I've mentioned to you before, is a big Souls fan. They're one of his favorite RPG series of all time, and he's obviously stoked about Bloodborne too. There's a white version of the PS4 coming out on September the 9th that he really liked the look of. Now, his birthday is on September the 10th, and my birthday is on September the 8th. And I really like the black PS4 better because all of my other consoles and entertainment system stuff is black. Why would I have just like one white? I don't know. I basically want us to have two PS4s, one for each of us, so that we can both play at the same time, because when it comes out, there's gonna be a problem. In any case, if you haven't checked out the trailers for that and you're into RPGs at all, I would definitely recommend taking a look at it. It looks like it's going to be a lot more proactive, not quite hack and slashy, but definitely less like shield block turtley than the previous Souls games, or at least that's what they've said that is their aim. Looks like players, they may not get shields anymore, but they do get guns, so much more dodgy, damagey. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And also this week, actually happening this Sunday, guys, the Game of Thrones season finale. It's this weekend. It's going to be mind-blowing. Just trust me. If you're a show watcher that hasn't read the books, or maybe you have read the books and you have friends that haven't, or maybe you have a bunch of people, they've all read the books, or if you have any interest in Game of Thrones, like the show at all, get as many people as you can that are also into that together and have a finale party. Just do it. It's going to be, I'm convinced, based on speculation of what's going to be in the episode and the Emmy nominations and every other bit of evidence that I can claw out of the internet, I'm convinced it's going to be one of the best, if not the best, episode of Game of Thrones ever. I can't wait. I'm going to flip my noodles. I'm going to flip my noodles. Watch it. Do it. I'm so excited. So that's been my week. I hope you guys also had a great week. Stay tuned for more Warlords information. Also, don't starve. I haven't died yet, so we're going to keep that up as best as I can. It's hard to find time for it, but I will keep that up until I die, which hopefully isn't too soon. But that's been really fun too. So I hope you all have an awesome week. Let me know what you think, and have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!